morning, students. We welcome you to the online class from Jairam Higher Secondary School. This is physical science subject for class 8th chemistry part, from chemistry part in unit 4. So far we have learnt compound. Until compound we have completed in our previous topic what is compound, and based on the classification of compound we have learnt organic as well as inorganic, right? Now with the recapitulation session we'll continue this class, okay? Right, I hope you understand the previous session about inorganic compounds. The same thing, which is recapitulate. What do you mean by inorganic compound? The compound which do not contain carbon as well as hydrogen together. It means the organic compound will contain what? Carbon, but the inorganic compound, it doesn't contain carbon and hydrogen together. There will not be a combination of carbon as well as hydrogen. If such a case, that compound we say as inorganic compound. Clear? Yes. Next, that inorganic, what are the inorganic compounds actually? See, I told you example. I want to recall you that. Say for example, do we say our body and the entire structure of human being will comes under organic or inorganic? We couldn't say that, because our entire living creature, that is for human being, we have both organic and inorganic compounds, because it is a chemical substance which secretes on our body, as well as the what we experience, like we are the mixture. We doesn't come under the category. We don't come under the category of inorganic and inorganic. We are both actually. We are the combination of organic and inorganic compounds. Okay, so we say we comes under the category of mixture, not individually organic as well as inorganic. Clear? The example, very good example, our living, that is human being, comes under the category of mixtures. Okay, fine. In this, here in inorganic compounds, if we see, there are a lot of, that is living organisms, include living organisms also there. What are the living organisms that comes under inorganic compounds? Are water, which is essential for every creatures, essential for life, right? Water is the essential for all living creatures. And oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, minerals. See, oxygen is a gas, we know that, because in our respiration process, without oxygen we couldn't survive. What we exhale actually, what we exhale is carbon dioxide, what we inhale is oxygen, right? So it is also essential. That's what, from the living creatures, from the living organisms, few inorganic compounds is there, that we are seeing water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, as well as minerals. Okay, now next, we knew that inorganic compound, it don't actually there won't be a combination of carbon as well as hydrogen, isn't it? See here, what are all the individual, that is individual compounds, like inorganic compounds? What are the examples I told you, right? The chemical compounds, that is common chemical molecular formula. Actually, this is two hydrogen here combined together. Okay, there is no carbon. You should see that there is no carbon, only two hydrogen is there. Okay, so this comes under the category of what? Inorganic compounds. Similarly, oxygen is given, right? For oxygen also there is no carbon and as well as hydrogen. If you see separately oxygen, it have only two oxygen molecule, right? And for nitrogen there is no carbon as well as hydrogen combination. There is no combination of hydrogen as well as carbon, right? And for chlorine, that is we say as chlorine, Cl2 the formula, and Cl, see the two chlorine is combined together, right? And here few substance, nitrogen oxide, one nitrogen and one oxygen. And for water, two hydrogen and single oxygen. and here it is nitrogen dioxide. Di means two oxygen, so two oxygen molecule is here, that is an orange has been given, right? Two oxygen and one nitrogen. Clear? Here carbon is one carbon and two oxygen, so this we say as what? Carbon dioxide. In this compound carbon is there, one and only carbon is there, there is no combination of hydrogen, so this will comes under the category of what? Inorganic compounds. Is it clear? So this is all about inorganic compounds. And now compounds in solid. Okay, we knew the fundamental laws of gases, right? Based on the if matter, in the sense matter, it has anything which has mass and occupies space we say as matter, right? But compounds, in the sense a chemical substance, that is two or more elements which combine together and form what? Compound. In such a mannerism, sure, this compound will also have the it also uh, obey the depends the structure. What are the structure? That is what the three basic laws, fundamental laws of structures, like solid, liquid, as well as gases. Okay, here now in this topic we are going to see about solid, right? If we take solid compounds in solid, if we take first one, silica. Silica is also known as what? Sand, man. Silica is what? Sand. Okay, sand. What the contain? What the element is there on silica? Silicon and oxygen. So the silicon and oxygen combined together, we got what? Sand, silica. Clear, ma? Next, second compound. Here, next, caustic potash is potassium hydroxide, which has the element potassium, hydrogen, as well as oxygen. Caustic potassium, where we'll use that caustic soda. I told you, right? You remember that. Next also caustic soda about sodium hydroxide. Caustic soda is what? Sodium hydroxide, the compound. And the element, constituent element is three elements are there: sodium, oxygen, and hydrogen. Clear? What are the three constituent element which is present in caustic soda? Sodium, oxygen, as well as hydrogen. Clear? Next, about copper sulfate. Okay, when we see for copper sulfate, see, copper sulfate is exist as in a salt formation. Okay, so if we say it is a salt formation only, we can't say that copper will always exist in salt. It will have the both category, both solid and liquid. But copper sulfate mostly it exists in what formation? Salt formation. Where do we use this copper sulfate? To kill the roller killer, to kill the antimicrobial substances, to kill the antimicrobial agents. It is acting as the antimicrobial agent, killer of antimicrobial agent. Which is acting as a killer of antimicrobial agent? Copper sulfate. Once again, copper is acting as what? Antimicrobial reagent. Okay, to kill what? Fungicides and bacteria, all these, to kill the germs, roller killers. So in all those areas we'll be using what? Copper sulfate. It is a compound, right? So copper sulfate element, what is the constituent element for copper sulfate? Copper, sulfur, as well as oxygen. Copper, sulfur, and oxygen. Now zinc carbonate. Zinc carbonate is also known as calamine. Have you heard about lactocalamine solution? Body lotion actually. So it is a smooth, silky substance, right? Which contains what? Zinc, carbon, as well as oxygen. Calamine is what? As a solution. Calamine is a solution. Now this is all about solid, compounds in solid. And here I have given you the picture. I have shown you the picture as what? Solid. Solid is what, ma? Solid is a rigid, tough, it's a complete structure. Okay, it is tightly bound, right? So all these elements which have been given for compounds in solid, this how have a tight bond. Okay, they all have a bonding nature. Clear? Yes. Now compounds in liquid. Okay, if we see for liquid, compounds in liquid, the first compound, the compound that is which is essential for our life is what? Water. I told you right now, right? In this, water contains what element? hydrogen as well as oxygen. Water contains what? Hydrogen and oxygen. And next, the hydrochloric acid, HCl. Okay, HCl, hydrochloric acid. It is very how to say it, they used to in movies you will be see, you have been watched this movies la பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. அதாவது ஃபேஸ் ஆசிட் அடிக்கிறது சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, ஃபேஸ் they will be pouring this acid. It's very irritation, ரொம்ப நர்ச்சரான கூடியது. Okay, entire it have a burning sensation. The burning sensation will kill the entire cell on our skin. Okay, so it's this concentrated hydrochloric acid nature. But if you take dilute HCl, dilute hydrochloric means it won't have that burning sensation. The irritation sensation will not be in that content. Okay, but the compound that is the element, the constituent element of HCl is hydrogen as well as chlorine. What is the constituent element for HCl? That is hydrochloric acid, hydrogen and chlorine. Clear? Now next one is nitric acid. Okay, what is that nitric acid? This is also one of the acid. Okay, what it contain? This nitric acid contain hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. Nitric acid contain what? Hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, next, sulfuric acid. When we see sulfuric acid, if we see for sulfuric acid, this sulfuric acid contains hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. See, for entirely when we see for that hydrochloric, HCl, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, all the acids contain what? If you see commonly, hydrogen will be there. Okay, so hydrogen is there, right? Hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. And next, acetic acid. If you see for acetic acid, it's a vinegar solution which have a burning stomach. But vinegar, for what purpose we need to use vinegar? For in while cooking, few people they will use vinegar as a reagent, solution use பண்ணுவாங்க. Vinegar they will use. Okay, like a lime juice, it will be water content vinegar solution, and it contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. What this acetic acid contain? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, so if we see the molecules, that is the compounds present in liquid, the liquid that we couldn't see through our naked eye, so through the telescope, but we can view through telescope. See, this picture show us the molecules, the bond of molecule, what liquid here given, right? In this picture, this is what the molecules which is present inside the liquid. Clear ma? Now next. Okay, so far we have completed the previous, that is we have recapitulate our previous session. Now we are entering into our today's topic, compounds in gas. Okay, if we see for compounds in gas around us, that is in our atmosphere around you, you just feel you can't see, and we couldn't hold gas, but we feel that. When we feel during our respiration process, we are feeling, right? During our respiration process, what we inhale, oxygen, what we exhale, carbon dioxide, right? Carbon dioxide which secretes on our body, from our body the carbon dioxide is exhaled, we used to exhale it out. Okay, it is the outcome source from our body. Which we inhale is oxygen, right? This respiration, this is what in our respiration process will happen. Okay, so the gases around us, around our atmosphere, around our environment, what are all the gases present, all will comes under the category of what? Compounds in gases, we can say. Now we discussed about oxygen and carbon dioxide, right? Here in a tabular column, if you see the carbon dioxide as well as the carbon monoxide. What is carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide means one carbon and two oxygen. Di mention as two oxygen present. Okay, and one more compound is also given, carbon monoxide. Mono means what? Single oxygen. Mono means what? Single. Okay, di means two. Mono means single. In such a case, if we see for monoxide, we have one carbon and one oxygen. You can ask me a question, ma'am, if it is one oxygen only, so why can't we write as carbon oxide? That is wrong. Okay. When we are writing in a formula, man, that is a element, that is a compound, it should not be written as carbon oxide. We have a procedure for that. In the that is this all not found by us normal people. From the scientist, they found this. They have been given the name, okay, through the nomenclature, IUPAC nomenclature. This all will be learning in your higher, that is ninth standard and 10th standard higher classes. Through that, the scientists gave the name, okay, that we couldn't change. So when, if the name is given as, the compound name is given as carbon dioxide, it try to mean two oxygen is present in that compound, CO2. If it is given as carbon monoxide, it means single oxygen is present in that compound. Clear? So common of these two compound, what is the constituent element? Carbon as well as oxygen. What is the common element of these two compounds? Carbon as well as oxygen. Is it clear? Okay, next, sulfur dioxide. If we see for sulfur dioxide, the constituent element for sulfur dioxide is sulfur as well as oxygen, and in compound it is given as sulfur dioxide. In compound, what has been given? Sulfur dioxide. Di means, right now I told you, two oxygen is present in this compound. In such a case, two oxygen and one sulfur. So that's why it has been named as what? Sulfur dioxide. It has name as what? Sulfur dioxide. One sulfur, two oxygen. So the element, constituent element is what? Sulfur as well as oxygen. Clear, ma? Now next, methane. Methane is a gas. Okay. Methane. I hope you remember this in the Tanjore methane project where they are doing under where it's under deep earth, we say underground, ரொம்ப டீப்ல ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ஏரியா dig, when we dig our earth interior part, if we go below the we have a lot of spheres, ionosphere, troposphere. When we go deep of earth's surface in the sense ground, when we dig deep, we'll get all these gases, which is very not good. Actually, it is not essential. We don't want this methane gas, okay, because it is it causes damages to our environment in the sense to our agricultural area. When we take this methane gas, sure it will be a loss for our agricultural products, okay. That is why they are banning the people. We are doing lot of protest for what? Tanjore methane gas to be hydrogen methane, ethane methane, they are telling, right? If you see through news, if you would have been know all these social medias, like when you watch news, you know about this, okay. I'm telling you, methane, the problem is going on still now, okay. We have lot of problems in that, the methane problem also included. Yes, methane is what? Methane contains what element? Which element? It contains carbon as well as hydrogen, right? Next, nitrogen dioxide. Okay, if we see nitrogen dioxide, the constituent element for nitrogen dioxide is nitrogen as well as oxygen. What is the constituent element? Nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, next, ammonia. If you take for ammonia, the ammonia contains nitrogen and hydrogen, okay. So for next, and this is about compounds in gas. I hope you clear. Next, uses of compounds. Okay, so far we have learned what is compound, what are all the what are the types that is based on the compound, how it has been classified, organic as well as inorganic. After learning individually what is organic and inorganic, just now we recall about compounds in solid, liquid and gases. Now we came to the final topic, that is with this topic this lesson is getting over, okay. We came to the end of the topic. Uses of compounds. Okay, fine. What is the compound? What are the common name for compounds? Okay, so far we have learned a lot of compounds. In that, what are the compounds we are using day to day life, which is essential? Okay, fine. Common name. First compound, water, which is essential for our day to day life. Without water we couldn't survive, right? I hope you remember, while I'm taking class I used to say you, a person, that is a human being or a living creature, can live without food for a week or for even for a month, but they couldn't, the living creature, it couldn't live without water. It can't live, survive panave, we can't survive. Not only human being, even other creatures, like if we didn't pour water to plants, sure it will get die, right? Similarly, animals used to migrate from one place to another place often because of searching for food and water. They don't want shelter in the sense they don't want a particular house, how we have a home, well structured home. Likewise, animals, it doesn't need that shelter, but it need what? Food as well as water. Rather than food, water is very important, very essential. So the common name for water, and the chemical name is hydrogen oxide. What is the chemical name for water? Hydrogen oxide. And the constituent, just now we saw constituent element for water is hydrogen as well as oxygen. What is the constituent element for water? Hydrogen and oxygen. And for what purpose are we using this water? Drinking as well as it is used as a solvent. Clear? For all cool drinks, all it comes water. Water is the essential. It is a substance. It is a solvent. It is reacting as a solvent, and it is used for what? Drinking. Clear? Next, table salt, sodium chloride. Table salt is a common name. Chemical name is sodium chloride. Formula NaCl, and the constituent element sodium chlorine. Clear? This also we used for our daily life. Cooking. If we take cooking process without salt, will the food give taste? Will we be able to take the food without salt? We'll used to say, mummy, salt is very less, please add. For what purpose? Taste. It will give what? Taste. Which ingredient is giving taste for our food? Salt. Okay, so table salt is essential component of our daily life, diet, and preservative. That should be limitation. If it cross the limit, sure we can't eat the food. Okay, and that preservative for meat as well as fish. And this chlorine, that is sodium chloride, that is table salt, is also used for what? It is used as a preservative for meat and fish. It is used as what? Preservative for meat and fish. What does mean by preservative actually? Preservative in the sense, why do we need to use frijima? It preserves the food from the spoilage. If we keep out all the vegetables, sure it will get spoilage. Spoilage means kettu pogurathu, adigi pogurathu, spoilage. Okay. In that case, to preserve that, what we are preserving, so when we add salt for meat and fish, it acting as the salt content, sodium and chlorine content acting as what? Reagent, preservative reagent for meat and fish. Clear ma? Next, sugar. If you take sugar, the common name of sugar is sugar, and for chemical name for sugar is sucrose. What is the chemical name for sugar? Sucrose. And the constituent element for sucrose? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. What is the constituent element for sucrose? That is sugar, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. And we see for uses, if we say for uses, without sugar, will we able to prepare food? Sweets. If we take sweets, all the sweets will be what? Very sweety. What content is there? What is the content is ingredient which is very important for sweets? Sugar is the content, very important content, right? Without sugar, it won't give the taste, right? Sweet every sugar, right? Yes, ma. Next, preparation of sweets in toffees as well as for fruit juices. Okay, Next, baking soda. See, this baking soda is a common name, baking soda, and chemical name for baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, and the constituent element for baking soda, sodium, hydrogen, carbon as well as oxygen. What is the constituent element for baking soda? Sodium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. Clear? Okay, next. Where do we use this baking soda? Fire extinguisher. Wherever you go, you can see the outside they have been placed, that is at the corner of door. They will use to keep this fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher means it contains all the elements like sodium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. Fire extinguisher will use when the fire, when fire comes, we'll use this fire extinguisher to reduce the fire. Clear? And preparation of baking powder. For preparation for baking powder, in the sense for preparing cake bread. Why we all like cake bread? Because it's soft and very tasty to have, right? Why we get that cake bread? Why we are getting that cake individually? That cake bread and puffs all very tasty and it's crispy, very yummy to have, because we are adding what? Baking soda. The content which they used to add what? Baking soda. So that baking soda makes that cake bread to get stuffy puff. All this will comes. Okay, while they are preparing, when they used to add this baking soda, that will get puff and stuff. Clear? It will be very tasty to have. The preparation of cakes and bread, they will use to add what content? Baking soda, right? Next, washing soda. If we take washing means cleaning agent. It is using as what agent? Cleaning agent. Soap. Daily we used to take bath, okay, with the help of water as well as soap, right? All our dirty things, dirts will be cleared with the help of what? Soap. So what is added in that soap? Washing soda, which contain what? Sodium, carbon and oxygen, the constituent element, and the chemical name for washing soda is sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is what? Chemical name for washing soda, and the constituent element is what? Sodium, carbon and oxygen. And the uses, if we take uses, it is used as a what? Cleaning agent in soap, not only for bath, for also cleaning our dresses. We use what? Soap powder, right? And soap washes or the Dettol washes. All it is acting as a all in what are all the cleaning agent, every cleaning agent, what are all the cleaning agent we use, all what is the content we have, we are adding washing soda, that is sodium bicarbonate. And softening of water, hot water, softening of hot water also they use what? Washing soda. Similarly, if we go with the next, bleaching powder. Bleaching powder are often used to clean what? Toilets. We used to clean toilets with the help of bleaching powder, right? So the chemical name of bleaching powder is calcium oxychloride, and the constituent of bleaching powder is calcium, oxygen and chlorine. What is the constituent element for bleaching powder? Calcium, oxygen and chlorine, right? Next, uses. Where do we use? Just now I told you, toilet, to clean the toilet. So it is using as a bleaching agent. Which has been used as a bleaching agent? Bleaching powder, that is calcium oxychloride, is used as a bleaching powder and bleaching agent. What it will do actually? Disinfectant. It is acting as it is used as a disinfectant and sterilization of drinking water. Disinfectant and sterilization. See, during the rainy season, our water, the drinking water which comes, corporation water, color will little bit yellow in color. Yellow in the sense the taste also will get differ. So what has been added in that? Chlorine they used to add. Disinfectant, the microbial, that is microbes will be present in that content. Okay, so to clean that microbes, to kill that microbes, it is acting as a sterilization. Sterilization is a process. Okay, it kills when we add the agents, when we add the solution, it kills the antimicrobial and microbial germs. Okay, that's what we used as a sterilization of drinking water. And next, quicklime. Quicklime in the sense, the chemical name for quicklime is calcium oxide. So the element, the constituent element for quicklime is called calcium and oxygen. What is calcium and oxygen? And where do they use this? For manufacturing of cement and glass. This quicklime is used for manufacture of cement and gas. Next, slaked lime. If you see for slaked lime, the chemical name for slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. Okay, and from this we can say the constituent element calcium, hydrogen and oxygen. And for what purpose are we using this slaked lime? For washing, whitewashing of walls. See, if you have any function on your home, immediately your parents will do the whitewash, right? Whitewash, why do we need to whitewash? They will clean all the walls, okay, outer surface as well as interior surface. They will use the whitening, which agents, சுண்ணாம்புன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா? Yes, it is so calcium hydroxide and whitewash of walls. So why do they use that? Whitewashing of walls. Next, limestone. Okay, if we see for limestone, if we see, it is a chemical name for limestone, calcium carbonate. And from this we can say the constituent element calcium, carbon as well as hydrogen. Limestone is what? It is used for preparing chalk pieces. Daily if we have class in our school, we use, right? Teacher is often use what? Chalk piece. Without chalk piece we can't teach you, right? Chalk piece is what? It is a in chalk we'll used to write on board, right? Do you remember that? Because you are learning from home, so don't remember board and chalk and all. So for prepare, if we want to get chalk piece, what is the content has been added? That limestone. Okay, common name is limestone, chemical name is calcium carbonate, and constituents, what are the constituent elements? Calcium, carbon and oxygen. So where do they use this limestone? Preparation of chalk piece, sunnambu. Clear ma? Okay, fine. So we have completed our unit 4, that is matter lesson is over. And with the next session I'll give you the self evaluation. Okay, by self evaluation we'll be finishing this matter unit. That will be given in your next session. And thank you. Have a nice day.